Have you ever stumbled across an old manuscript you forgot about, or circled back to a half-baked story idea that was loosely fleshed out in an effort to finish it? This happens a lot with writers, and they either tuck it back in the drawer, throw it out, or, as in my case, they dive back in the story. If you're the latter, you might be wondering how to revisit a story you wrote a long time ago when you're in a different place with your writing. Revisiting a story you just wrote isn't just editing. It's more like a conversation with your past self and your characters, where both sides are partially right. The real question is how to get this manuscript polished enough to produce a finished novel. In this edition of Inside the Author Studio, we're going to discuss practical tips on how to rewrite an old story without losing its original soul. Then versus now, reading your story like two different books. When you look at an old manuscript with fresh eyes, it's different than doing first-round edits on a fresh piece. There are specific parts in the storytelling that will need extra focus. That includes asking questions, such as themes that age well, themes that age poorly, or intentional divergences, such as where your current view intercedes with the original plot. When you look over your own work, recognize that you're not correcting the story like a school teacher. You're updating the lens it's seen through, and that lens starts with you. Which leads us into step 2, the editor's dilemma. What do you keep? Every writer hits the same uncomfortable question during revision, and it's even stronger when the manuscript is older. Your original creative spark may have faded, but rereading the words on the page can often reignite it. You'll find yourself thinking that the work is either very strong, as it is, or it's complete shit. Then there's a middle ground that reads well, but isn't efficient to the story you're trying to tell now. What deserves to stay unchanged? Think of it as 3 categories. These are moments that still feel true regardless of your growth as a writer. They include emotional turning points, strong imagery or symbolism, and scenes that capture a core feeling accurately. Then there are the scenes that you need to cut or replace. These are usually artifacts of your earlier thinking. Dialogue that explains instead of reveals, character decisions that exist only to move the plot, or ideas you no longer agree with. Good revision is not always subtraction, but as they say, don't be afraid to kill your darlings. One of the most effective revision strategies is revisiting your characters as if they were real people you've met again years later. And that's going to take time. When character psychology deepens, plot adjustments usually follow naturally. Trust your characters to lead you. One of the most revealing parts of reading an older manuscript is in the revelation that your writing style and voice have leveled up. Where you once thought a certain line or a bit of dialogue was really good before, your new skills will see how to amplify it. This shift matters because voice determines how readers experience truth in your story. What actually changes in a revision and why does it matter? Well, one of the biggest misconceptions is that you're not fixing the story, you're updating it. There's no correct version of your manuscript floating around out there waiting to be discovered. What you actually have is an earlier version of your thinking, a current version of your thinking, and a bridge you are building between the two of them. That bridge is the rewritten manuscript. When done well, readers shouldn't even see the seams. They should just see a fully fleshed out story. And as a writer, that's the real value of returning to some older work. It's not about perfection, but perspective. That's it for this edition of Inside the Author Studio. Make sure you like and subscribe this video so you can come back next time as we explore more topics inside the Author Studio.